Alright, in this video, I'm going to show you how to access free information that can be utilized in your analytics and potentially leveraged to increase your company's revenue. So, what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about information from the American Census, namely demographics. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to download demographic information by zip code, but really the bigger takeaway from this discussion is that there's a wealth of information on that website, and I'm going to show you how to get access to it, how to download it, and what else is available on that website that you can download. And really, everyone should be aware of this website. Whether you're a big company, small company, medium-sized company, or you have a small sales team selling medical equipment to the elderly, it doesn't matter. You should be using this information. The other thing I notice is that some companies are actually paying third-party analytics companies that are actually using this information for them. And they'll even use that as a selling point to sell their services. They'll try to say that they're using external data and they can blend your data with the external data to do some more advanced analysis. But really, you can potentially do this yourself in-house because you can get the information. So that's the other thing. One more thing. Actually, I forgot. Never mind. Let's just get started. All right, so this is the website, factfinder.census.gov. And as you can see, there's really a lot you can do with this website. You can do a search for a particular area, state, county, city, town, or zip. You can do a guided search, an advanced search, and you can really explore this website and all the information it has. But for this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to get at the demographic information. It's pretty straightforward. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to come down to popular tables, and we're going to click demographic and housing estimates. Okay, and that'll take us to another page where you can see, look at everything available. So you have sex and age, you have total population, male, female, you have age buckets. Okay, you have race information here. Okay, there's even voting. Okay, so a lot of information here now. Now, if you look at the columns here on the right, the column we're most interested in is the estimate, right? That's the actual value, right? The actual population value. But they even give you the margin of error because the data, it's not going to be 100% accurate, but they've calculated the margin of error and the percent margin of error. So if you wanted to exclude certain information or based on the margin of error, you can certainly do that here. So let's go ahead, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click Modify Table. Okay, once you do that, now's where you can pick and choose what you want, right? So we don't want everything here. Okay, so I'm going to leave out here. I'm going to leave out this one race, two or more races. We'll leave this. I'll take out this too. I really just want to trim this down a little bit. And we're going to take out the Hispanic or Latino race, and we'll take out the voting information. Just to kind of pare this down a bit. And let's get rid of this. And see, 65 and over, this might be good, if you were selling medical equipment to the elderly. All right, so that looks good. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to click Add and Remove Geographies. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, this is where you can specify how you want the data broken out. So in our case, we're going to do zip code, but as you can see, you can do it by many other things here, right? State, region. We're going to select 5-digit zip code. Okay, once you select it here at the bottom, and then click Add to your selections, and then you're going to click Show Table. That should load up here in a second. Shouldn't take too long. Okay, and there you have it. Now, if you notice, each zip code, the zip codes are broken out into columns, right? So what you can do here is, if I'd prefer it for loading purposes into my data warehouse or whatever database you have. We can click Transpose Rows and Columns. So this way, it'll give us the zip codes in the rows and the information, male, female, the population information as the columns. I think that's more conducive to loading. And that's it. And then we're done. So now the last step we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click Download. Click Use Data. And then I always make sure, I uncheck merge annotation as a single file, but I always make sure this is checked, include descriptive data element names. That'll make sure the column names are descriptive, that they make sense to you. Otherwise, they have some coded, they're just like these codes, right? And they don't really make any sense. So you want to make sure to check that box. Click OK. And that's it. Now the information will download. It takes a second. I've had the download fail a few times, and I've had to try it a few times. So if it doesn't download the first time, like I've had it stop at like 22%, I've had to restart the download. So that's happened a couple times. No problem. Just keep trying it. Eventually it should take, and it should download successfully. All right. Once that's done, you click Download. Your browser should then download that information. It'll be a zip file. You can then open that zip file, and you'll see this CSV file. That's what you want. That is the actual information. So let's go ahead and extract that. Then we'll open that CSV file, and let's take a look at what we have. All right, once you get that file open, this is what it'll look like. So you can see here, this column B, well, Excel column B, this is our zip code. Okay, and you'll have really kind of two sets of headers. So these descriptive headers, that checkbox we checked, this is what it gives us, right? So this tells us sex and age, total population, right? Margin of error for sex and age, percent margin of error, right? This is why we needed that. Otherwise, you would just be left with this column, these headers up at the top. Right, which HC01, VC03, HC02, VC, right, what does that really mean, right? That's why we needed to check that box, so we can have these descriptive column headers so we know what we're looking at here. We know essentially what these values are, but this is it, right? So you can see if you clean this up a bit, right, maybe delete this top row, maybe rename these to something that's a little more conducive to a database, you can actually then load this in very easily right from this Excel file into your data warehouse or whatever database you're using. All right, so that'll do it. Hopefully you found this information helpful, and you can begin taking advantage of this free information in your analytics. Alright, so that'll do it. This is a new channel. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and thanks for watching.